Okay, so I want to ask you guys something, okay? And I want to ask you guys this because I truly feel like a lot of us are very, I guess, self conscious. And, we try to conform to what society tells us to look like and act and sound like because we were told that that's what beautiful is. But I want to ask you, when do you feel the most beautiful? And I want you to really, really, really think about that. When do you feel the most beautiful? Is it when you are dressing the way that you want to dress, are partaking in the hobbies that make you happy? Whatever it is, when do you feel the most beautiful? And this is for everybody. Men can also be beautiful. And I want to ask you this because, embracing things that make you feel truly beautiful, truly authentic is very, very powerful. Authenticity is one of the most powerful frequency energies you can do for yourself, but that comes down to love. Love is the most powerful frequency, most powerful energy. And we are at the core love. Even if we might have forget it along the way, we're at the core love. And so when you choose to be authentic, when you choose to do things that make you feel beautiful, you are taking part in an expression of what self love is. And self love is at the core love. And so I need you to take a step back and really think about, you know, what things you do that make you feel really beautiful. And I want you to continue to do those things. I also want to talk about this because expressing yourself in your true authenticity really helps you with your healing journey and your overall, I guess, energy, and helps a lot with overcoming things within yourself that seem so difficult. And so when you choose to put yourself first, when you choose to be authentic, when you choose to do things that make you feel really beautiful, you're telling yourself and you're telling, the universe, source, God, spirit, that you do love yourself and that you are aware of what, self love is, and you are choosing yourself. And when you choose yourself, right, when you choose yourself, you are taking a step into the direction of choosing to no longer settle or make yourself small or choose things that dim your light, right? And that is a very, very, very powerful. But then also, I want you to think about that because you deserve to be beautiful. You deserve to feel beautiful. And beauty beauty is, like they say, is in the eye of the beholder. It's not such a cookie cutter, I guess, definition image. And I know that a lot of us, if you're older, were brought up in a generation who, like I said, had a very cookie cutter image of what beauty was. And so we really had to unlearn, and we really had to dive deep into ourselves in order to find things that make us beautiful, because we were told that if we don't talk, look, act a certain way, dress a certain way, then we aren't beautiful. And I think that that is really, really hard, especially for those who grew up in a society that was body conscious. And I grew up in that generation as well. And I had eating disorders and body dysmorphia, and I have a very deep relationship with my body and food. And maybe I'll talk about that sometime, but it was really hard because I felt really ugly. I was bullied for being heavier when I was younger, and it took a huge toll on me to the point to where, I decided to starve myself, and it was really hard. It was a catapult for a lot of things that I went through in my life. But now that I'm 27, I really do decide to put myself first and do the things that make me feel beautiful and make me feel happy, regardless of what other people have to think, regardless of what society says. And it took a lot for me to really learn that. And it took a lot for me to really decide that I was going to be brave enough to do the things that made me feel good. And I just sit here and I want to say this because I truly believe that you should follow things that make you feel good, that make you feel beautiful, people that make you feel beautiful, situations, places that make you feel beautiful, right? Pay attention to how things, people, places make you feel. Pay attention to that, because you don't deserve anything less than being told that you are amazing, being, or anything less that makes you feel like you aren't a part of whatever it is that you are around. But you deserve to shine your light, and you deserve to be around things, people, places that don't dim your light, that encourage you to keep shining. And I want to say that just because also there's a lot of competition, and no one's ever in competition, because there's nothing to compete with. Everybody has their own specific journey, everybody has their own specific path. And choose to be around people also that encourage you to be beautiful, that encourage, and whatever beauty means to you. Like, I'm not, it doesn't even have to be physical. It could just be, you know things that you see that make you feel beautiful, that maybe it's like an expression of beauty. Whatever it is, be around people, places, and things that encourage you to do that. And if there isn't anybody right now or anything right now, then be around yourself. Dive deep and find that beauty within, whatever, however it expresses within yourself. Dive deep and find that within yourself, because like I always say, the true love story is self-love, is when you find who you are, when you discover what makes you sparkle, when you become your best friend, and you don't need any external validation to tell you that you are beautiful, to tell you that you are worthy, to tell you that you're doing a good job. Yes, sometimes it feels good, but whether you get it or not, you understand that you don't need it. And so when you are, I guess, finding that beauty within, there is so much strength that comes with that. And a person who truly knows who they are, a person who truly knows that they are capable, that knows their power, is an unstoppable soul, is an unstoppable being. And there is so much, like I said, power that comes with knowing your beauty, because you now no longer allow things. See, there's the thing, is that before you discover what makes you feel beautiful, the beauty within yourself, you tend to allow yourself to be around people, places, and things, situations that dim your light, because you're not really sure what your light is yet. And I went through that, and I allowed a lot of things to happen to me, a lot of shitty treatment to happen, before I said no, fuck that. Like, I'm gonna do me, and I'm gonna choose me. And once I chose me and decided to put me first and found the beauty within, I no longer allow things that make me feel anything less. I now have the balls, honestly, to say no to things. Before I didn't. Before, I was such a people pleaser. And even now, sometimes I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but I can balance that. I can still set up my boundaries and say things in a nice way, right? But before that, I allowed everything to dim my light. I allowed people to make me feel shitty. I allowed myself to be in places just to be considered by other people, or to consider other people, even though other people don't consider me. And so when I found the beauty within, I honestly, boundaries became a lot easier. In the beginning, it's hard, right? But as you practice and you're on this journey, and you learn to love yourself, and you learn that you only have this one life right now that you're aware of, and so you're going to live it to your fullest regardless of what people say, boundaries become easier, and you don't allow things anymore that make you feel anything less than what you deserve. And you're worthy of being around things and situations that make you feel good. So find what makes you feel beautiful, however that's expressed. Find what makes you feel beautiful, find your highest passion, and follow that. And it's gonna change over time. We're evolving, we grow, things change. What might make you feel beautiful, or your passion a few years ago, is not the same thing now. You don't need to be in this one thing forever. That's the thing about growing, is that you're a different person, and that's the whole point. Like, people say, oh, you're so different. Thanks. That's the whole point. Like, I tried to be different. I don't want to be the same. I wanted to grow. I wanted to evolve. I wanted to be the strongest person version of me that I can be, the most loving, the most powerful version of me that I can be. I wanted to partake in things that make me sparkle, and so I did that. So you need to do that too. So yeah, find things that make you feel beautiful. however that is, and follow it, and remind yourself every day that you're deserving of that beauty. You're deserving of that feeling. You're very much deserving of it. Even on the days when you didn't think you were, even on the days that you felt like you're shitty or whatever it is, you're still deserving. You've always been deserving. You just have these beliefs that tell you that you're not, my friend. So, yeah, do the things that make you feel beautiful. Be unapologetic as long as you're not hurting yourself and other people. That's what I always say. Be unapologetic. Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. Yeah. Okay. I love you, my friends, and I'll see you next video.